How to be free from doubts. You could also say how to always have faith, because the only thing that can truly challenge us is anything that makes us doubt ourselves. In that sense, you could say it's the Antichrist. It's the quote-unquote opposition. But actually, this is what doubt is beneficial for. It helps us doubt all those things that we don't know for sure, until we arrive with something that we know without a shadow of a doubt. That is true. And what is that? What do you know for sure? What can you bring to court? What can you put your hand on your heart, swear on God or swear on your mother is true? There's very few things. But please take some time to check for yourself, like what do you actually know for sure? And in your direct experience, not out of remembrance or out of a concept, but what do you know directly right now for sure? Hopefully you have arrived to an answer for yourself, or at least have come closer to it. And I'll just share what my experience is regarding this. In this moment, the only thing I know for sure is that I exist, that existence is. You could say that there is something, that there is a certain awareness, a certain cognizance that is aware of my voice right now. One moment. The only thing I know for sure is that I am. And herein lies your peace. Herein lies your confidence. Herein lies your conviction. Because this cannot be doubted. You knowing yourself as that which is, not as this nor that, just that you are. Not I am this, nor I am that. I am. That is the only thing you know for sure. The other thing is already an assumption. And so just for the sake of truth, like let's get down to the bottom of it. Like again, can you know this for sure? And not out of a concept like, okay, I know that I am. But actually recognize it in your direct experience right now, knowing that you are. And knowing this with some conviction, so that if someone would come to you, maybe someone you look up to, one of your heroes, or maybe even Jesus or Buddha or anyone would come up to you and he would say to you, you are not. Would you doubt the fact that you are? Or would you stay convinced in knowing that you are, which is also who you are? Who you are is that you are. You are. Would you flinch? Would you doubt? Or would you stay true to your conviction, knowing that you are? And that even the Buddha or your hero or whoever you looked up to, or even if you had to bring it to court, you could prove using your own direct experience that you exist. And anybody else claiming that they are not would only confirm that they are, because you first have to exist in order to even say or to deny that you are. So this is why being, existence, which is actually all there is. It's not just you exist as all that there is. Herein lies the peace. Because existence is all, and all is existence. There is nothing outside of existence. This means that you are existence. This means that you are all things, that there's nothing outside of you, that you are all things. Then what is there to be afraid of? What is there to doubt? This is why, for example, the epidemic of anxiety or insecurity or all of these things in our society nowadays can be solved or can be dissolved by actually knowing what is true, by actually finding something truthful, something truthful that all of the beings here on earth are aware of, can be aware of, can be trained in to recognize in their direct experience that they are. And then the wars will stop, the fighting will stop. Because why would one end of the finger fight its toe? It doesn't make sense, it's the same body, it's the same one. So we'll naturally stop all the silliness, all the conflict, which is stagnation. And we can just move as one. Be absorbed into our cosmic family. Traveling across time and space. Exploring infinity, existence, the one. I'll make another video of this because I feel like I can even transmit this point more strongly, but I just felt to get the basics of this out of there. Like how you can find something within yourself that cannot be doubted. Literally everything about you can be doubted. Everything about you can be questioned. Everything can be put to the test, look through a different lens, and we could see it as not true or even like non-existent. But there's one thing which you cannot deny, and that is that there is, you could say something, but we don't know if it's something, maybe it's no thing. And it cannot really be described, but we're just pointing to existence, that which actually is, which at the same time is the most ordinary, the most normal thing there is. It's who we are. And in essence, there's nothing but this. All else is merely an assumption, merely a temporal creation, manifestation of that which always truly is, without effort, without trying. You already are. Beyond all thoughts, beyond all ideas, you are. Find your comfort in this. Find your conviction. Find your confidence in this. Because you can always rely on it. Just let go of all your own ideas and surrender back to that which actually is. Call it God. Call it Source. Call it isness. Call it Izzy. Whatever you will. It doesn't matter. But all that we know is that it is. Devote your life to this existence, to this unity, to this oneness, to, in my experience, this infinity. And you won't be bothered by doubts. Doubt can come up, but you will be solid. You'll be stable. You'll be true, no matter what. Like I said, I'll make another video of this. Feel free to drop down your own experience in the comments or your own angles or your own additions to it. And just check in with yourself. If I could bring this to court, or if Jesus or anyone else I look up to would come to me and would actually tell me, no, you're not. I would be still, okay, no. With all due respect, Mr. Jesus, I am. I know that for sure. I know that that is true. No matter what happens, I am.